Good evening and welcome to the Oliveboard platform. My name is Marush Sharma and we are here today to announce in front of you that SSC has released a practice mock test which answers a lot of questions which might be in your mind till now, right? So a lot of queries and doubts will be clarified here. Now, this SSC has been doing in the last like forever almost now, right? SSC releases a simple practice mock test of 5-10 questions, usually just to let you know that what the interface is going to be like and how, what is the overall feel of the examination going to be like, where is the timer going to be, how is it going to appear, etc. It first started in 2016 when for the first time they shifted to the online mode, right? A lot of students compare this with the board sample papers which used to be released, CBSE board sample papers, but that is not true. This particular test, the content, the questions have got nothing to do with your preparation. They are just random basic questions which have been created just so that you can understand that how is it going to appear. But the major focus point here is that there is a huge difference. There are a lot of changes in the overall appearance, placements of buttons, bars, menus, etc., timers, photographs, live videos, live streams, so live camera feed will be there. So a lot of changes have taken place as compared to the previous interface. So there has to be a lot of getting into habit required for you to be able to master this. Okay. Now this is the portal. This is the exact link. Now yesterday when this link was released, of course everybody was preparing for SSC, just went for it, and obviously the site started responding slowly. The server was slow. But it is expected that the interface will be, the response of the interface will be faster during the actual examination. This is what I expect, but again, I mean, it's to each discretion. So we'll share this link in the comment box, or we'll pin it in the comment box, and we'll also put it in the description box so that you can also access this link at your end if you are not aware. And so this page will open up. This is just test page. Okay. So these are the disclaimers. You can read this. And select post, you just need to select your SSC mock test and log in. So when you will be having your ID card and so when you will be having your admit card, etc., your photographs will be posted here. Now there will be two photos basically. While registration you might have put a photo, so that will be visible here. And when you're sitting for the biometric, etc., there will be another live photo which will be captured, so that will be visible on the second point. Okay. So this is system number. This is a mock system number, but of course when you will be giving, your actual system number will be mentioned here. This is your registration number, roll number, name, SSC mock test, etc. Then you will click here to log in. So they will compare this, okay, and then you will click on to log in. Server is still slightly slow only, I think. The response seems to be slow, but hopefully I still expect this to be up and better when you are giving the actual examination, right? Thakur, we are planning to, but I'll not commit anything as of now. But of course, we will do that, because otherwise, then it is of no use. No, we are planning to do that, and we'll let you know about that also very soon, that whether we'll be changing or how soon we'll be changing the interface so that students can benefit from the new interface as much as possible. But the logistics about that need to be taken care of, need to be discussed. So I'll let you know about that. Don't worry. Online mock test, Nathia, it is released by, hi Lavesh, good evening. So Nathia, the online mock test is released by the SSC. Yesterday only they have released this to let you know, to make you familiar with how the interface is going to look like. When you're going to sit for the actual online examination, the CBT, how it is going to appear, how it is going to look like. That is why they have released this. They release this each year. So the questions are not important. Questions, maybe they'll repeat 5-6 questions everywhere. Okay. The sections, etc., everything is going to be different. Don't compare this to a real test. This is just to make you, just to make you familiar with the interface. So this is how it will appear when you will be sitting for the exam. You will click here to log in. This is still slow. Now I'm just hoping that this moves forward somehow. Otherwise, the actual purpose of the session gets defeated. Oh, no, it's not happening. So this has been happening since yesterday only. Sometimes it's responding, sometimes it's not, because of course there's a huge volume of students who want to check. Oh, finally. Password is mentioned here only, ABC1. In your case, it will not be mentioned. When you are actually sitting for the examination, I am sure it will not be mentioned. Or maybe if this is the login password of your system, then maybe it might be mentioned. Okay, name and photo do not match. Please contact the administrator. So this is how it will look like: application form photo and exam center webcam photo. Okay, so test has been started. We click on continue. Everything will be given here, your data, etc. You will be verifying that. There is a certain lag which is going on. That is the only problem. Okay, now this, what you will do is, there on your admit card, this also used to happen previously also. On your admit card, there will be a space given where you will have to write this down. Okay, so that your handwriting can be tallied and verified. So this will be done. You'll have to write this down, then you'll have to confirm that you have done that. Somebody is going to check that on your table as well, like a disclaimer. Okay, select the preferred language to display the questions. So now you can choose it beforehand and you can change it while the examination is going on also, but it is not going to be bilingual. Now a lot of people were saying that there will be an option of English, Hindi and bilingual. I think that is not available. So you will choose your preferred language to display questions as English or Hindi, however you are comfortable. So we'll click on continue. But I would say don't expect this speed of response when you're actually giving the examination. Hopefully the speed changes. And yes, so now see out here in this section, what you can see is general English 30 questions, comprehension Hindi 30 questions or English maybe, general knowledge 60 questions, CSMOP 60 questions. But that is not how you are going to see this in your actual exam. In your actual exam, you will be having 4 sections: general intelligence and reasoning, quantitative aptitude, English comprehension, and general knowledge and general studies, right? And current affairs. So don't get confused by this. A lot of students are now getting confused that okay, probably the pattern has changed, everything has changed. No, it's not changed. Okay, even in the instructions it is mentioning 180 questions for 180 minutes, but that is not true. Eventually you will only get 15 minutes here. Oops, what happened? Okay, it already started automatically. Now it's giving you 8-9 minutes only. Oh, I think this is being continued from yesterday when I tried it. Okay, so this is how it is going to look like. Okay, this is how it is going to look like. This is going to be the screen. You can zoom in, zoom out if you need. You can understand the symbols. What are the symbols? You can understand the instructions if you need. It is written here as a disclaimer. This is only a mock test designed for practice purposes. Some questions may be repeated or similar. Your time left will be coming here. Okay, it started with 15 for me. Total questions answered are this 35. Okay, this is last 9 minutes are left. So this is going on. You have an option of save and next here and mark for review here. The panel this time is being displayed here, which earlier used to be on the right hand side. And this is how it is looking like. Okay. I think others have also tried this on the same link. So maybe that is why. So there is an analysis also here, how many have answered, how many have not. See, so if it is an unanswered question, it will be visible as blue. The moment you answer it, or if you mark it, okay. Right. So we are on question number 2 right now, I believe. And the moment you mark it, it will become green. Then you will move forward, okay. That's how this is going to look like. लैंग्वेज का एज सच कोई इशू नहीं है. कैसा इशू समझा नहीं मैं वैभव. अगर आप मेरी बात करने की बात कर रहे हो तो मैं, दिस इज द इंग्लिश मीडियम चैनल, सो आई एम सपोज टू डिलीवर दिस इन इंग्लिश. आई हैव अ सिमिलर सेशन ऑन द हिंदी मीडियम चैनल एट 5 PM. 5 बजे हिंदी चैनल पे फिर से यही सेशन में वहां लेकर के आने वाला हूं. अगर उस लैंग्वेज का इशू है तो वहां रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ द क्वेश्चन इज गोइंग टू अपीयर. राइट. Okay. Part B is comprehension in Hindi, but we chose English. I don't know why is that happening. Somebody might have chosen Hindi on this link. See, this link is a common link for us actually. So other faculties have also tried using this link, and maybe that is why the issue. Right? So it will ask you for a language preference twice. When you are actually entering this, it will ask you for a language preference twice. First time it will ask you for a general language preference, so you will choose English. And the second time it is going to ask you for a language preference of display of questions. So that is also going to be English in your case. But don't get confused, there is no Hindi question. This is just for you to understand how it is going to look like. There is no comprehension in Hindi which is happening. Now here see, there are 5 questions which have been answered. So this is how it is looking like. We are clicking the 6th question. इस स्क्रीन पे तो नहीं दिख रहा है कहीं, हालांकि ये कम्युनिकेशन लास्ट यही आया था कि हो जाएगा चेंज. हाँ अरविंद, दैट इज द प्लान. हाँ समझ गया वैभव, समझ गया. इस स्क्रीन पे तो मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है कहीं पर भी लैंग्वेज चेंज करने का ऑप्शन. ठीक है, बट कम्युनिकेशन अब तक यही है, इस पे कोई कंफर्मेशन नहीं है. कम्युनिकेशन अब तक यही है that you can change the language while you are going on the examination. What is this? We chose English, right? Okay, something is wrong here, probably. Anyways, so this is how the question. Oh yeah. ये रहा. Vaibhav, there is the option of changing the language. यहाँ से हम language change कर सकते हैं. Response बहुत slow है. अच्छा, bilingual भी आ रहा है यहाँ पे. There is the option of bilingual as well, English and Hindi. Okay, but you can see that is the response. That is the kind of speed this is showing. The speed is the response is very slow, but hopefully this is not going to be the case in the actual examination. So this is how your question will look like. In English, it will be written here, 4 options, radio buttons, you will choose the option and then you will just click on save and next and you will be moving on to the next question. Okay, that's how majorly this is going to look like, and there is an option to change your language here. You can change your language from the drop down. So there are 3 options, English, Hindi and bilingual, English and Hindi. So you can choose either of the 3. Vaibhav, that answers your question. Anything else which anybody wants to know? नहीं वैभव, ये सीन नहीं है बेटा. So these are the symbols. Okay, aspirant. These are the symbols for you. So if you have not chosen an option, obviously the radio button will be blank. If you choose the option, the radio button, that particular radio button will become blue. Okay, if you have marked, if you have not yet attempted the question, it will show this color, blue color, which is being shown here. If you have attempted the question, you have saved and moved on to the next question, that question will show green. If you are on a particular question, okay, and you have marked it for review, right? So you have not yet answered the question, but marked it for coming back for review if time permits, then it will be marked as red. For example, I am on a particular question and I have not answered it. I think that, I am somewhat trying to figure it out, but I am not getting the answer. Let me check it later. So I have marked it for review. That will show to be red. But if I am on a particular question, I have answered it, but I am still not very sure of the answer. So then if I mark it for review, then it will be marked as yellow. If I have marked for review a question which I have not answered, that will not be considered. That will not be considered in my final count. But if I have marked for review a question which I have answered, despite being marked for review, that will still be considered in my calculation of marks. So be aware of that. Right? Save and next will obviously take you to the next section. Previous will take you to the previous question. And mark for review, you can obviously mark for review and you can also unmark for review. If you have marked for review, this option will only come for questions where you have marked them for a review. So you can click on that and unmark for review as well. The symbols are pretty clear now. The palette will be on the left hand side, so be clear about that. SSC Parinda, we have spoken to this. We are internally discussing about this. So very soon Oliveboard also hopefully changes this pattern for you so that as soon as possible this can be implemented and you can benefit from this. Any other queries or questions, anybody? Most welcome, bacha. Yeah, you can still switch sections from here. From here, you can click on the sections, part A, part B, part C, part D. So these are the 4 sections. The sections here are different, don't go with this name, but you can actually change the sections from here. Okay, so your GK and the order also might change. So GK, English, your reasoning and mathematics. Vaibhav, your doubt has been clarified. You can change the language during the examination as well. I think that pretty much answers the question. Which city is the headquarters of ISRO? So you will select here and then you will choose save and next and you will go on to the next question. Okay. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay, we'll do that. So this will only zoom in the question part. Okay. And now this will be utilized for, this will be useful for figure based questions. If you actually want to zoom into the figure, you can do this. Only the question part will be zoomed in, zoomed out. The other part will not be. Okay. What I would suggest is we'll put this link in the chat box. We'll pin it in the chat box also for you and we'll put it in the description box. So you need to click on this link. Just go through this test once. Don't lose patience. I know it is very time taking as of now. The response is quite slow. But when you'll be actually giving the examination, the servers will be better and you'll surely be getting a better response. Maybe not very smooth, but at least better than what you're facing right now. Okay. हाँ एसएससी परिंदा कोशिश वही है, देखते हैं, होना तो पड़ेगा ही. Number of questions and marks will be same. Like same means like previous case only. This is not going to change. Don't go with this. This 30, 30, 60, 30 pattern is not going to work. You will have the same pattern of 25, 25, 25, 25 and marking scheme of +2 minus 0.5. Don't worry about that. Everything is still the same only. This is just designed for a mock basis for you to understand what will the interface be like. There is no huge change in your syllabus or your topics or your subjects or whatever. Everything else is the same. Don't worry about that. Don't panic about that. Most welcome, bacha. Test pattern has not changed. Actually, the vendors have changed, right? So this is just a confirmation. The vendors have changed and that is why the interface has changed. The software providers have changed. The examination center managers have changed. The question setters have changed. And there is a huge confirmation, almost confirmed speculation which is going on that AI will be picking up your questions. But don't be confused with this fact that AI will be forming the questions. There is a notion which is going on around that AI will be forming the questions 15 minutes before the examination so that there is no leak whatsoever. That's not going to happen. There is a central question bank which will be prepared and out of that bank the AI will be picking up random questions and preparing a shift. So that the level of the shift more or less can be balanced and it will not be biased anyhow. Okay. So that's it. The time was up. So thank you for taking the test. That's how this will look like. Acha. Okay. Good. PYQ will still be helpful. SSC Campus Official. I think. हाँ जी पंकज कुमार जी, अगर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट करोगे तो हिंदी गायब हो जाएगी. PYQ is absolutely helpful for you to practice. We are still not sure. Maybe they might refer to the PYQs to set the level of the SSC examination because वो randomly बिल्कुल नए क्वेश्चन बना के they'll not raise the bar. So maybe PYQs are still relevant for practice. I have always maintained that use them for practice, but do not blindly follow them thinking that the same or similar questions are going to come. Maybe not. So be ready for a surprise element that might come your way. Very good. SSC Parinda has given us an information that psychometric test of ALP he had given and a similar interface was visible. So maybe the same set of people may be taking care of that. एग्जाम सेंटर का कुछ होगा, क्या करना है वेतल एग्जाम सेंटर का? No. Pankaj Kumar, in the start they will give you an option like this. So in the start they will give you an option to select language. Language will be written there. Then you will click on the drop box. So there will be this opening up. They will ask you select either English or Hindi or both. So both English and Hindi. You will draw from the drop down, you will select whether you want to see the questions in English, Hindi or both. And when you click that, accordingly you will be able to see all the questions. So if you select both there, you will still be able to see questions in both languages, bilingual as well. Anything else? हाँ मनीष, ये मैंने भी सुना है, अनफॉर्चुनेट है, बट दैट्स हाउ इट वर्क्स अनफॉर्चुनेटली. What was the need to change the interface? Beta, the software providers, the service providers are changing. So when the service providers change, if a particular company has designed a software, it has a copyright. You cannot use the same interface. So if a new company, a new vendor is coming, they will change the interface. It's a must. Okay, and don't be bothered by this. See, if the interface is changing, it is changing for everybody. So this is actually a level ground now. A lot of people, maybe some of you might have been new aspirants. Some of you are very old aspirants. They have been given papers for the last 2-3 years. So they are very familiar with the interface. But now the grounds have leveled. Everybody is on the same platform. So this can actually be beneficial for you. Don't unnecessarily find fault in this. Don't be negative. Practice as much as you can from here, and most probably we'll try to provide newer mocks with this interface so that you will be ready beforehand only. Don't panic about that at all. Don't let anything new jeopardize your preparation. Don't let nervousness put you off track. अब इस पे तो मैं क्या ही बोलूं. SSC परिंदा, that is an expected thing. Everything has pros and cons. Chalo, if you have any queries, you can let me know. Otherwise, I'll end this session because I have to take this same session on the Hindi channel now. So if you have any continued queries, you can join me on the Hindi channel and continue there as well. Right, I'll end the session here. Thank you so much for joining live, guys. Hopefully this session was useful for you. Bye-bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.